anyways, we have a very special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play a few tunes, and when we come back, we got the legendary house producer Lenny Fontana in the building. Give him a big round of applause for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? This is Wazzup Tonight.
What's up?
Welcome back. Welcome back to Wazzup Tonight. I want to give a big shout out to our special guest tonight, Lenny Fontana.
Hello, Mr. Fontana.
The music you hear me playing in the background, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you who are under a rock, Lenny Fontana is an internationally known house producer, and he began his journey from in the 1980s. I mean, he looks like he's 40, but if it's 1980s, I'm not even going to ask you. Look. Right? But yeah, man, Lenny, welcome, man.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. I mean, you know, my good friend Shannon from
Shannon from the UK.
From the UK, you know what I'm saying?
A true selector. Huh?
Listen, whatever Shannon say goes. Shannon say you have to meet Lenny Fontana. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Set it up. Make it happen.
Well, every time Shannon connect me to somebody, something amazing happen out of it for some reason.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what happens. I always say things just happen in funny ways.
Yeah.
And the kinetic energy can be something interesting. You just never know. You don't know what's going to come out.
Right. And Lenny, like, when did you decide to take this route, as a producer in the White House?
Okay. I'm a disco baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
told.
Okay.
I grew up in the disco era.
Okay.
So house music was a natural progression for me. I got caught between D-Train, like records like Keep On, You're the One for Me, and black dance music that eventually formulated to what house music became.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened all in New York City nightclubs.
Yeah.
So I was around all of it. I got to see all of it.
Nice.
So you were DJing as well?
Oh, that was where I began.
Oh, wow.
So the trend, and the transition to producing was just the next step.
Okay. Would you consider yourself as one of the pioneering house producers?
I think so.
Okay.
I've been told that. Yeah. I've been there from when actually you break ground.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time, when house music was in the beginning part, wasn't even music that people accepted. They didn't even call it that.
I think every genre of music goes through that.
The
beginning of whatever genre of music it is, it's noise at first, and then it becomes iconic.
I'll tell you how
I used to
crazy
do house music too.
I like house music.
I'll tell you how crazy house music is.
Yeah.
So I played at this famous club called the Underground in New York City.
Okay.
On Union Square, 14th Street.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the promoter's name at the time was Bear Jones. He was a white guy. He used to wear a baseball cap.
Yeah.
And he had this crowd, and he used to put these business cards out. You ain't party until you party at a Bear Jones party. And in those days, when you were out DJing, it wasn't based on the DJ. It would be like the club.
Mm-hmm.
So you work for the promoter, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Before the whole thing exploded. certain DJs had a following, but here I am coming into the scene. I'll take a job at McDonald's, you know, to get a real professional job. So I remember playing one of the first house records in the club, and he wanted me to play more of a commercial format, and I was like, no. And that record was Marshall Jefferson House Music Anthem, Move Your Body, and all those type of records. I played it once, and I'll never forget. Now the club is packed, the place is screaming. Okay, and all of a sudden, I play this record. I watch him go from the door down the stairs, pushing through the crowd to come to the booth. Take that garbage off right now. This is not music. This is not what my crowd is. My crowd.
Right.
His crowd. So I'm like, okay. So I said, all right. So I mixed into another record. And then again, the devilish person I am.
Oh, man.
3:30 in the morning.
Pushing the button.
3:30 in the morning. I said, oh, man, I'm going to play this again. And at the same time, Todd Terry was having his records out. And you know all that sound was hot. But those club guys and those owners and promoters didn't understand. They're like, that's jungle music. I'm like, jungle music? Boom, I played it again. Crowd screaming. I watch him come running. He says, you don't take it off right now. You're fired. I went, eek, and just went, pulled my records away, and walked out. And I said, from that point,
so you quit.
I said, from that point, I'll never have a club owner ever tell me how to play music. You hire me for me.
But you had the crowd rocking, though. Why was he hating?
Because he's an idiot. May he rest in peace.
Isn't the DJ's job to make sure the crowd...
And maybe the control aspect.
What he said was, at that time, it was the promoter's crowd. Now it's the DJ's crowd.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. Okay, so the same went for the hip-hop community.
Same went.
Yeah.
I remember you told an owner, okay, so look, here's my crowd. My crowd's into R&B. Oh, okay. Do they play the other music like hip hop? Yes. Oh, forget it. Can't have them here.
Wow.
Because right away the connotation was gunshots. I'm gonna lose my liquor license. And those days,
it still happens.
right.
But let's be fair. Let's be fair. Back then, you know, it was hardcore. It was hardcore rap, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think not in the beginning with the.
They didn't have social media to vent on.
The Sugar Hill game.
Well, okay. Well,
let's be honest. Run DMC was just starting to make its way through.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, before the 90s.
Yeah.
No, even the 80s. I'm
the 80s.
You know, Run DMC, they were still clean, but we're talking not too long after. You know, club owners took the chance and said, "I'll bring in this type of sound," and then it works out really good. The problem is when the alcohol and the drugs get mixed into it, then egos start getting challenged.
Yeah.
And then when egos get challenged, the next part is gunshots. Pow! Pow! Now in house music, there was never any reason to have that. It was more always about people. Most of the time, it was predominantly a gay crowd that was into house music or disco, for that matter. And then, of course, as things change, the straight kids find out, and then the crowd assimilates, and they all want to hang out because those are the cool spots. It's not the commercial junkie music. Oh, that's a cool spot. That's a spot for us. You know?
It's lit.
Yeah, it's the right spot. And that's how, like, for example, like the Paradise Garage.
Right.
That was the whole premise of the Garage. Garage Friday nights was straight, Saturday was gay. But people on the straight night started going to the Saturday night, and they said, oh, it's better. The music's better.
Wow.
And then, and then the owners who were gay and the DJ, you know, he wasn't thrilled about it. He wanted more of that male gay crowd. And that's, for him, he said, oh, no. But when you go to those reunions, most of the crowd is straight kids that are older now, because a lot of that crowd has gone through to lifestyle, HIV, and all that stuff.
Wow.
And
That's so nostalgic.
yeah, and
Historical.
Yeah, it is.
so when would you say it really popped off where the world starts gravitating towards house?
Crystal Waters. Gypsy Woman.
La da dee, la dee, la da dee,
See?
la dee.
And then all of a
She's
sudden,
just like you and
I
me.
never knew
That's
who
my
sang that. I
joint,
just heard
but
it.
she's homeless. I'm sorry.
and then
That's
all
my
of a
song.
sudden, see, and then all of a sudden, you had another record that was like dance, doom, 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 doom. There's a couple of records
What
that.
about What Is Love?
Well, that's
Baby, to have
no,
me.
that's more radio top
Yeah.
40. But we're
Okay.
talking about like real house tunes.
Yeah.
That would be one of those that would people really. Robin S. Show Me Love, and you could play those at
You
any
got to
party.
show me love.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where you got more love? Here in the United States or in the UK?
Depends. For me,
Yeah.
truth said, I was just talking about this today. When the UK started listening to what the Americans were making, they embraced it better than even our own Americans would even
Okay.
appreciate.
And it still goes like that now.
Yeah, because they got the UK doing the UK shuffle and all that. Like it's still going right now.
100%. And they know their DJs. They come out for certain artists.
Yeah.
They'll know everything about you. It's crazy. I've had people scream in the street, "Yo, that is!" Like, you know me?
Other than that,
Here in America, it's like I hear crickets.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
so
It's a beautiful feeling. I mean, there ain't no feeling like when you first of all, to be invited as a DJ, first time when you go, you're going to play music for a crowd in another country. That first initial reaction was incredible.
Wow. That's dope. I do hear that you get more love overseas.
always,
Yeah.
And
Same comes this way.
always, yeah.
In America, they all embrace all the European people coming.
Okay.
Like when you just sang "What Is Love,"
Yeah.
that's a European record. Yeah. Hadaway, I remember that.
And Lenny,
Yes, sir.
I lost my train of thought. You said that, so the song started playing back in my brain.
Exactly.
He's ready to
That's
sing
the
again.
same song for Night at the
Night at the
Roxbury.
Roxbury,
Yes.
Like that.
yeah.
The head bob
When they was bobbing their head.
into the side window.
Yeah.
That's my song. I like that song too. I love house music. I think
I do
that
too.
You're bringing it all up.
Listen, man, Lenny, it was definitely a pleasure having you here with us.
Thank
man.
you so much.
And listen, make sure you go check out Lenny Fontana's production, man. Like A Mystical Journey, Everybody Put Your Hands Up, and many more. Google Lenny Fontana and you'll find him. Lenny, tell the people where to find you.
Yeah, you can actually, I do a TV show, TrueHouseStories.com.
Ooh.
You can check out. That's like, or you can check out my website, LennyFontana.com, and you can check everything right there. You'll see it all.
Dope.
Man.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being
Thank you,
here.
everybody.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. That's it.
What's up, man? It's your boy D-Tech, and I'm here with
Your girl Tish Love.
Senorita Yvette Morales.
and Mr. Trinidad, and you're listening to What's Up Tonight? Every Tuesday morning at 12 midnight. Don't miss it.